It's Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight we welcome a man who has waterboarded more action figures than anybody else in the toy community, but he's also proven that hard work pays off. So please welcome Agent Gomez to the show tonight. And remember to bring your crackhead energy and give a loud and proud ahoy ahoy as we get this show started. Macho Toy, cue that intro.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Ahoy, ahoy. Ahoy, ahoy. I said that a lot last week as I was on the old cruise ship, and people didn't appreciate it as much as I'd hoped they would. So, that was disappointing, but hey, here we are. So
yeah,
we're here in a place where people do appreciate that we say ahoy, ahoy.
We like to think so.
I hopefully. Oddly enough, people didn't like the term waterboarding last week either, but hey, that's a different story.
I mean, I was surprised you went with that, but yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, he dumps the things into water a lot. Like if you look at his reels,
hot water,
hot water nonetheless.
Yeah,
he's making action figure soup. You know how I feel about that. So
you don't like soup?
I do not like soup. Anyway, it is Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 71. What the hell did we get here? Episode 71 of Between Two Sentinels. I, of course, am J-Shot, and no one's surprised that we're still here than me, and no one's surprised that I haven't been canceled yet, besides me. So
or replaced.
Or replaced. And if you think about it, 71 episodes, I've only missed one. That's pretty damn good. So
yeah, I guess.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's only one. Just the one. So and of course, the man who hasn't missed a single episode. Macho Joy, how you feeling, Macho?
I'm good. It is warm.
Yeah, it is a warm Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah. It is very warm, and these lights are starting to heat up a little bit more.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep things moving before you turn into soup.
Yeah.
So, I feel like because we didn't have a show last week, we had a lot going on. But let's check in with the chat real quick.
Well, we tried to hold it down. Well, me and
that's right. You and Dom held it down. Yeah,
yeah.
You did a little wrestling thing there.
Yeah.
Which is always fun. How many characters are you up to at this point now?
I just added one more today, so I think it's at 23 now. 23, and then I need 7 more to make a complete Royal Rumble.
And is that the goal then?
The goal is to get 30.
You're gonna do 30, and then are we just like one Wednesday? We're just gonna say screw it, and we do.
We're just gonna watch a Royal Rumble.
A Royal. How come everybody's not jumping all over you for that? Somehow it'll still be me who said Royal Rumble, like I said Wazer Quest. Oh boy. Anyway, speaking of noids, this is gonna get confusing because Josh Brown says "Sup noids."
Sup noids.
And then Joy Retsu says
"Sup nerds."
So it's going to get confusing. I do want to give Josh Brown a shout out. He not only shared our story, and thank you to everybody who's, sharing our content and our stories and promoting the show with us. And yeah, Machu did a cool little TV, what did you call it? TV guide lineup with,
it was like, as I was making it, I was like, this is like a little TV guide lineup of the Wednesday night show. The Wednesday Night Wars.
Have returned again. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for all the shares and likes and jumping in here with us and, always being a part of the show. It's why we do it. It's why we do it. So, huge shout out to Josh Brown, who is shipping out the what is it, NBA, the Sportsline hoop. He was able to find that. He tracked one of those down for me. So, thank you to him for that. Dom says, taking bets before the show, is J-Shot hosting or have I replaced him permanently? Well, haha, sucker. Toy Chase says, Cowabunga, what's up, fellas? Agent Gomez, see you at SDCC. That's right. We're starting to get, I don't know if we're ready to start the road to SDC, but we're getting there.
You missed the C. You said SDCC. Road to SDC.
Well,
Dude,
that's because we're not there yet. You know,
yeah.
you had the extra. It's like win 100 masters. You leave off the last extra saving. So, customs by Matthew's hanging out. His last set of customs, classic X-Men are awesome. I don't know if
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
have
dude.
seen those. Definitely go check those out.
He
They look
is he's
amazing.
he's also another one that I'm working on in the roster.
Mm.
So I have to complete his character, and then I'll add him,
So we could have a
and
war of the Machus.
then
Love
we
that.
can have a Machu versus Machu match.
Oh no, is there going to be a heel turn and it's going to be between two machos and I'm going to end up losing? Because
Well,
that'll
I
be
don't know.
so
Like
awesome.
I ran the simulation the other day, and apparently it put me through a match with Cheney, and I had jumped him in the intro, and I had brutally attacked him, and then brutally beat him in the match. I'm sorry, Cheney. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. That was the PS5.
Cheney is the nicest guy, but for some reason, when you were saying that, all I can think of is Reservoir Dogs. He just goes, "You shoot me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize." Like, Steve Barr checking in. So Jay Shot made it out of the soup we call an ocean. I did. I made it out alive. And yes, the ocean is a soup. It really is. It really, really is. Troy Rensu hitting us with the hashtag crackhead energy. Um,
I
then we
can't
got a
believe
little more
it's
crack. I
sticking.
can't believe it stuck. I can't believe it stuck. We're gonna have to have up with some kind of crackhead energy merch for sure for SDCC or
No,
stickers or something. We're getting all that stuff ready to go.
not
Yeah,
crackhead
look,
energy
see,
merch.
there you go. We need to get those
Oh,
crackhead energy
yeah,
T-shirts made from before SDCC. See,
I
Toy
can't
Mayor
believe
is
it's
all over
sticking.
it. He's all over it. Head Rock
He's
112 is here.
corrupt.
He's, he's using government funding. STC Headrock STCC STCC Headrock 1CC is here saying, "Sup, fellas." We got Ted Darklaw saying hello, friends. Man Beast Boy, Tally Ho, that's a new one. Not a new Man Beast Boy's been here for a while, but the old Tally Ho, that's a new one. Toy Chase hitting us with the no soup for you. Steve Morrow jumping on with the Royal Wumble. Uh, the Toy Tuber West Wing Royal Wumble.
I guess I'll have to make that the show.
That's it.
That'll
That's the
be
show.
yeah.
That's the show. Messy Photography says, "What's up, you guys? How's it going? Doing great, man. Any day we get to do this, we are living the dream." Sportsline Hoop, exactly. That's it, Josh Brown.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Paul Morales is here saying hello, everybody.
Starting lineup. There you
Yep.
go.
Starting lineup. That's it. Yep. Machu versus Machu. Can me and Hanrock be a tag team? I'll think of the name. Man
Yeah.
Beast Boy. There you go.
Yes.
Collection Nexus is here saying first. You are on Collection Nexus on Monday, right?
Monday. Yeah,
Monday.
that was fun.
Yeah, it starts really late for me. So I did catch a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to go back and do the old replay crew there.
Those are my peak hours.
Your
So
peak hours view. I was
yeah.
dead to the world. I'm surprised they didn't spell anything wrong. Frankie checking in saying, "Let's go Sentinels." Let's see who else we got. We got Dom says, "Not gonna do that weird 2012 40-man Royal Humble."
Royal Umble. Royal Umble.
Royal Humble.
That's a lot of people to make. Well, I mean, I guess over time, I guess I'll get there.
Watch wearing crackhead energy shirts and random drug testing start happening for a while.
Oh my god. Yeah. Can't get into the con.
Can't get it. Well, hey, it'll be weird for sure. But yeah, yeah. Speaking of con, our guest tonight, we met first time I believe at SDCC, and
Yes. One of
then
the after party.
yeah, one of the after parties. And then we had a chance to hang out with him again at DesignerCon, where we met up with him and a couple of his friends at the old Frank and Ollie's trip. So
Frankincense.
Frank and Ollie's. Where is my head tonight? I don't know.
You got a lot on your plate
I
lately.
got a lot
So
going on. I got a lot going
yeah.
on this week. So Dom is saying before we bring in Asia Gomez, Dom says hotel and flights are booked. There you go, man. I think are you officially booked on your flight? I know you were going back and forth before I left.
Yes.
You're all set? All
I'm
right.
officially booked. I know the Toy Daddies were talking about. You're going on the Wednesday, right?
I'm flying in Wednesday morning. Yeah, I'll be in like 9:30 or something on Wednesday.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, you're going Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Wednesday to Saturday. This way, and look, I mean, if something crazy happens Saturday night, maybe I change the flight. We'll see. My wife doesn't watch the show, so she won't even realize that I said that. So, but we're good. So, yeah, you can get all your sports line hoops and Frank and Ollie's. Thanks, Josh. Oh, 1-6 shooters checking in. Trevor had an amazing shot this week too. A lot of May the 4th shots that I missed had caught back up on. I will say this, by the way, going away on a cruise, I locked my phone away for a week. That was pretty nice to take a break. But then you're like fiending, talk about bringing crackhead energy. You're like this, trying to like catch up on everybody's photos. But I gotta say, Trevor's shot of the
Walker.
The Walker, but what is it? It's the art style.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what I'm talking about.
On the tip of my tongue.
Yep. Stick it out. I'll read it. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was really something special. He really again, I think I even commented. We know he's Ralph McQuarrie. Thank you, Trevor. We know Trevor's freaking talented, but that one for some reason just was next level. Special ref in the old Machu versus Machu will be Mid Coast Machu. So you're gonna have to make that.
I'm just gonna make that Dom in a wig.
Dom in the Turtle Masters He-Man Turtle crossover wig that Cody loves. Just do that. I love that idea. And Toy Migos hit us with the old $10 super hat. You might as well plan on leaving Sunday. That $10 will go directly to changing my flight. So I will take that. Thank you, sir.
Dude.
And yeah. And thank you, Trevor. Yeah.
I kept booking the wrong flights, and I maxed out my credit card.
Yeah, you went through like 3 or 4 flights.
Yeah.
Toy Father's here. Don't forget Toy Father and No Chewing and Yimbo reviews everything on with the TPC Top 10, and they have a very special guest tonight too, who I am going to try to stall long enough while I look it up because I cannot remember who.
Mega J Retro.
There it is. There you go. He will be on with them starting at it's like 8. It's 9 o'clock. Let's be real. It's 9 o'clock.
Let's say 9 o'clock.
So check them out afterwards, and you will be good. And Loco Lou saying what's popping, people, and thank you, Loco Lou. We are terrible at this. Please hit that like button, hit that share button. Again, thank you to everybody who already has shared our stories and help promote the show. We love doing this, and the more people who show up, we'll do it. But for now, what is this? Mega J is Machostito.
Toy Red is saying he's my uncle.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not that bad. I'm not that. Okay. I'm not that much of a gringo. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
It's also for the viewers.
Yeah,
in the chat who don't know.
Oh, that's true. That's fair too. And Toy Father hitting us with the $5 super hats and Mega J Retro. Thanks, dudes. Of course, man. Have a great show. And of course, depending on what time we end here, maybe we'll do a quick little run-in. So
Toy Father, of course, is the former TPC champion in my.
That's right, former. Yeah, former. And he got a little robbed. I think he got a little robbed. Just got my Agent Venom from Yamaguchi. It's dope.
Yeah.
So. Did you get yours yet?
I got it last week.
You got it last week.
Oh yeah,
well, I was on a boat last week. Yeah, I was on a boat. Yeah. So,
did you want that?
No, yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good. Oh, thanks, because I thought Tito was part of the Jackson 5. So I guess that's good. You're doing a community service here. People are learning from our show. That's good. That's good to see. That goes to Jay's change of flight. And Machi was Michael. So Tito's in the Jackson 5, and you're Michael. And all right, I'm going to bring in Agent Gomez because I feel like the chat's going to go buck wild. And here it is. Here's Toying Around saying hello there. And Toy Chase picked up Sentinel Spider-Man. I still need that. That is one that I'm still missing. Not that I haven't opened up all of them yet. Anyway, Agent Gomez, before he runs off to go get something else, he hasn't waterboarded a figure in 15 minutes. He's got to go do it again. So, but hey, man, thank you so much for being here, dude. So always an honor to have you on.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on. I've been wanting to be on your show. You're one of my favorite shows that I've watched on all of the key persons on here. So I'm really happy. Honestly, I'm stoked. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, man. Of course. And I know that Machi's been talking about getting you on for a while. And I just lost it here. But someone was very excited for picking up their Agent Venom. You've got your Agent Venom sitting right there. How is it? How Machu's got his. Go ahead, make me green with envy. Talk to me about it.
Dude, it's amazing. I mean, I
Yeah.
think I don't know your thoughts on this, but to me, like it was always like Mafex for me for like the longest time, and like in the last year, and Matthew and I have discussed this a little bit. Like they haven't improved like Rebel Tech. Rebel Tech for me is now like maybe even higher than Figure Arts in terms of quality, and I just think they're getting better and better and better. They're like I can't put it down. And I like try to be like, let me not just post the same toy all the time, but I'm like, screw it. Agent Venom, Agent Venom, Agent Venom. Every single night, I'm just picking him up, and I'm like, he's so cool, like a little kid.
I've been playing with this one too.
Don't have him yet. I don't have him.
The only thing I don't like about it, it's really quick to fall. Like the arm comes off. Pretty.
That's what I heard. That's D Amazing did a review, and he's usually like polite with how he reviews toys. He's not like, yo, this sucks. And he was like, the arms are kind of falling. And I was like, if he said that, it means it's just dropping out. Like that means it's a mess. Yeah. And I didn't buy it because of that,
but it's a good figure. I'll admit it is annoying that the arm pops off, but I will say the only thing about this figure is I can't pose it for too long because it freaking hurts.
Oh, dude,
the spikes.
It hurts. Yeah. You're gripping it up and you're like moving, try to get a cool pose, and you're like, oh my God, this is like actual pain.
Is it got here? Let me give you a little big screen here. What do you got there? Oh, I see. Yeah, you got the little spikies going on. Okay.
It's on the forearms, the shoulder pads, on his boots,
knee pads. Yeah, dude. It's everywhere. No, it's so cool though.
Now I know. First, I mean, I know of Agent Venom. I'm not the biggest like Agent Venom guy, and I know that you were trying to keep it under wraps, Matt, for a while. But I think at this point, game's been out long enough, right? So he does make an appearance in Spider-Man 2, and you think that's the reason why a lot of people went nuts for it, or?
I think a lot of people ended up pre-ordering it around that time because I was one of the people who was like, I'm gonna pass on this, and then I played Spider-Man 2, and I was just like, I need to order this ASAP.
Yeah,
because I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those harder to find Yamaguchis after.
Yeah, got it. And same thing for you, or
yeah, I like joining the toy world. I was like, I watched Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man as a kid. That's what like made me fall in love with Marvel. But I wasn't really a comic head, you know. So like getting in here, I would make lineups and people would just rip me up. Like, dude, they do not work together. And I'm like, God. So I did a lot of Comics Explained, and then I did all the animated shows. And one of them is a cartoon with Spider-Man, and it has Agent Venom as the main character on it. So he was a cool character then, just cool character design and kind of goofy, but also kind of badass. So like I was in love with him then, and then I saw the Venom head. So when it was up for pre-order, I was like, oh yeah, sold. And I paid for it luckily a while ago. Yeah.
You're and I don't mean this in a negative way, but you're pretty good about getting all the figures pretty early and pretty quickly though too. So is there anything that you like feel like you've missed out
on? Right now I'm like trying to focus, like I'm in the middle of 2 moves right now. So I'm somewhere right now for 2 months. So lots in storage. So right now I'm like resisting.
Undisclosed location. We can't disclose his location.
Yes. So. Santa Ana, California.
But it's Guantanamo Bay where he's doing all the waterboarding. No, I'm kidding.
No, but yeah. So right now I'm like slowing down on the DBZ because I only brought a few with me, but like I really want that new Gohan. The 3.0 body looks so dope. But and a reissue Piccolo, just some Dragon Ball Z figure art stuff. But generally speaking, I like get all the Marvel stuff. I think almost all of it. I love it. Yeah.
And I see you got the Brood Wolf. Oh, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
No. I mean, like I started out with just MCU, and then I moved over to comic over time.
Yeah.
And like I got Agent Venom, and I got Bucky, the Mafex Bucky. From he's good, but I'm having so much more fun with the Agent Venom.
Loco Lou says Agent Venom is one of the best stories of Venom out there, and Migo is saying they passed on Venom and may need to change that decision. And No Chewing saying what's going on, and we all know No Chewing is having major Agent Venom FOMO right now. So we'll pray for you, bud. We'll pray for you.
I told him a long time ago to buy the PS5. If he would have just played Spider-Man 2, he would have known.
He would have got it.
Right. Jumped on it. For sure. No, it's so good. Like I can't like you can always tell, like when I rate my top 10, it's not by like character or whatever. It's like playability for me is what do I not want to put down? Like they'll just live kind of around my house because I can't put it away. And like this is one that has been out. And like Thor for me was really playable, but he's been out longer. Like I think I'll probably play with this more than Thor just because it's better proportioned in my opinion.
Yeah. Thor was a little small too.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
he?
exactly.
He's a little short.
A little short.
A little short for a stormtrooper. All right.
Exactly.
And you got Brood Wolvie there. But I haven't seen a lot of people with Lilandra. I mean, is she not good? No good? We're disappointed now?
It's complete trash, I would say. The old
really?
I Marvel Legends for me, I'm like so hit or miss these days because I've seen their potential. When I see that Widow body and I like this Daredevil, one of my favorite figures this whole year, and then they release like this trash with like this cape and like this waist, and I'm like, dude, like I don't. Yeah. I literally took a picture, put it down, and I was like, yeah.
Wait, so how is her? What? How is the setup for the waist?
It's just frozen, you know. It's just like a one piece there. There's just like that old body type, and like because of the cape, like if I want to spend another $30 shipping in a soft good cape, it'll be slightly better. But like I'm just like, yeah, she'll be a statue toy. We're like in the background with Charles Xavier or something, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's just to me, it's not very playable. But Wolverine is like obviously just cool in general, and I like the look, and I just wanted to pick him up. Yeah.
I will say I agree with you on that Daredevil. He's not. I mean, I'm not a huge Daredevil fan, but this figure for some reason is one of the like, just one that you keep on your desk. And
that looks so good. Like that just looks good right there.
Yeah,
he's so natural. Fun, so. Also, he's a redhead. There's like not that many. Usually, redheads are like villains. So any redhead character, like I'm super biased towards, and I'm like, oh, he's like the coolest ever. Like obviously. Yeah. So
we got you and Jurassic Jester. We know you're not all bad out there. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like at least 6 good ones. Like
at least half a dozen. We're okay. Yeah. So,
and Jason, you originally didn't want that Daredevil.
No, I didn't.
Right?
I originally didn't want the Daredevil 2-pack, but I did want the what's his face there,
Hydro Man.
So it all worked out, and oddly enough, Daredevil on my desk, Hydro Man in the bin. So,
I'm with you 100%. My Hydro Man is over in a bit, but he's actually like not bad. Like I kind of like that Sandman body for like a huskier like gangster type. Like not bad.
It was the teeth. I couldn't keep looking at the teeth.
Yeah, so, the teeth freaked me out.
Yeah, the teeth kept me. Cap Lives has joined us, and Toy Chase wants to know if you have picked up the Sentinel Spider-Man Noir.
I have. I love it. I personally really like it. I don't mind the cape. It looks great if you remove it. I know playing with myself, I was talking to Adam, and like he did it right away. But I kind of dig the whole figure itself. I think the aesthetic's great. I love the Sentinel line. I think they're like the highest level of articulation and very good quality for something so new. So I really like it. It's just the cape's a little heavy, so it can fall out fairly easily. Which is a pain
and balancing it too.
Yeah, it gets tough. But I do like the figure. I'm not like upset that I bought it at all. I'm happy with it for sure.
Yeah. And Cap Lives, I should be a big DD fan, but I went the opposite way because it's a spinoff, and that's exactly what Diggs Fags says. This Superman doesn't like the audacity. And to that Superman. I say, bite me, Diggs, bite me. So anyway, so you talked a little bit about when you first started out and you were getting scolded by the nerds. I did want to say, and I was talking to Matt before you jumped on. One of the coolest stories when we kind of met up at Frank and Sons during Designer Con. And again, I apologize. I'm terrible with names, as everybody in this community knows. One of your guys, I was talking with one of your buddies, and he had said how cool it was that when you had decided to get started, you were like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to work with Mezco, and I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to do it. And he was talking about how awesome it was to watch you grow and how fast you grew your account, which is really awesome, right? Like, it's really awesome to see people do that and get started. What was kind of that jumping off point for you, though? Like, how did you get started?
So that's my buddy Ian. He's just a little plug for him. He's 112 Customs on here. He makes some crates now.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. He makes some really good stuff. He got inspired at a con and was like, hey, I want to join this hobby. It looks fun. But I worked with him and I was really good. I was the best salesperson at our office. So I could kind of do what I wanted. So I would play with these toys and people would roll by and I'm like a 30-year-old and dude, what are you doing? You look like a child. So I'd be like, pew, pew, pew. And I was taking pictures, got a Mezco toy. I was these are the ugliest. Someone was $80 local. I was I'll take it. And I was like, I get it. I understand soft goods now. And I thought they looked so bad in pictures. I was like, people are crazy, and instantly fell in love. And then I was like posting, and quickly like before I should have, my pictures were like the worst I've ever seen. Like I have an album saved, like for people that are new and they're like, I suck. I'm like, bro, I was the actual worst. Like I'm the one. But Mezco reshared one of my photos and it like changed my account. Like they not just like in their story, like posted it on their page and they were like, this was shot by Agent Gomez. And like I went from 300 to like 2,000 in like a few days. And I swear, like since that algorithm boost, it was just like so consistent. And then I was like, I want to work with them one day. Like I want to be D-Amazing. I want to be that guy. And that's kind of like what I was like looking up to. And I just really, I think my thing that like helps grow my page is just consistency. Like every day, bro, every day.
That is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But yeah, I really try to do it for at least an hour every single day for the last like 3 years, at least. Sometimes 2 to 3, sometimes 4. If it's like a big night, if I just have the time, I'll do it like a 4-hour shoot. And then backlogging content and trying to use like the relevant hashtags and like, there's a new episode of X-Men with this character. Let me go grab that out of the bin, and just like doing like sellout stuff for sure. Like you have to, like if you want your page to grow, like if you want to be seen, unfortunately you got to sell a chunk of your soul, and then you can do the stuff you want and people will also see that. Like,
it's a lot of relevancy though, right?
It is. Absolutely. Like getting the new toy. Like sometimes I'm like, this is for the people. And then it's just like, just buying random shit, and you're like, what have I become?
It's like the old studio model, right? They used to get the directors. The directors, it was you do 2 movies for me, and we do 2 movies for yourself, and then you get to do what you want. Sometimes it works out. So
yeah,
Cal the Collector, what's going on, man? And Toy Chase giving you a huge shout out, saying you're killing it. Awesome stuff. And then right after that, you got Rentu calling you a sellout. And that's how we keep the balance here. That's how we keep the balance. Instead of take my money, it's now take my soul.
I don't have one of those as a redhead, unfortunately.
I think this is Shoe Soul. So, but anyway, and Rentu, of course, is kidding. So, but as a redhead, you don't have one. That's, oh my God. Anyway, so, you talk about consistency, man, but like, what do you say you do it for an hour? Like, what are you looking at in terms of just like looking to get better, right? Like when I was getting started, Matt would always say, like, go look at portrait photography, go look at portrait lighting. And I think that's something too that like Trevor would say when he got started, right? Like, look at portrait stuff. What are some of the stuff that you're kind of looking at to improve your style and your things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing is like lighting is, I didn't understand. D-Amazing would always say like lighting. And Machu was big on lighting too, because I would talk to him when I was like learning, and I would use my cell phone. And if the light was off like 25%, my whole night of pictures, if I get 60 of them, look not that good. And then once I started to like lock in like this light here, this light here, this light from this angle, or just where I want it to reflect, that really started to give me consistency. And then using portrait mode on the phone and kind of playing with the tilt, or like turning the phone upside down and like wiping off the lens and those basic things. Like I felt like eventually like I need more than just a cell phone. Like I want to get a camera. And then that was like, that's still a whole thing I'm learning with, like, and I'll talk to Machu about like exposure, ISO and aperture, and I'll watch like YouTube videos for this stuff still, where it's like, let me spend an hour tonight not doing toy picks because I have enough backlogged, and I'll just like watch someone edit, or I'll watch people edit in just a cool format, and I'll try to do that. And like, if you like follow my page, like sometimes
oh no,
he gave out too many secrets and they took him away.
Yeah, but like I was telling him, like lighting is really important, because like you can have the coolest pose, but if you have no light, you can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah. And that's Steve says, "Oh, his soul."
There it goes.
There it is. It's the lighting is definitely. Here, he's back. He's back. All right, we got you now. Okay.
Sorry, I was calling. But if you like follow my page, some of the stuff like isn't good because I'm like experimenting, where I'm like the grit's too high in this picture, or like I'm going in on the face and trying to highlight certain aspects to give it like a certain aesthetic, and like it doesn't always hit. So like a lot of them are subtle where I'm hyper aware of them, where I'm like, oh dude, these are like, I have like 400 pictures edited, and like at this point I'm getting to the bottom of the barrel where I'm like, these all suck. But like, it's kind of like my way of being vulnerable on here, where I'm like, dude, like I'm human. Not all my stuff's good. I want to get better. So like I'm taking chances on editing and taking chances on lighting and different stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm always trying to like, I want to like, the thing that makes Instagram tough is like 1.6 shooter. Amazing. Like I would say one of the best out there. Like you look at it like Jason Michael, pictures like that where it's like they're creating a universe. And then you have other artists that are like, they really reflect the toy in a toy space that looks like it's a toy less than a real life thing, which also there's amazing people in there and like just incredible. And then there's like that like balance and like for myself, I want it all. I want to be making worlds. I want to be doing those. And like, so I'm always trying to like go back and forth like in that matrix, but like it's it's just like I want to be putting out stuff like those people, but then unfortunately the thing that works on Instagram is no edit cell phone vanilla lineups. If you do that, if you look every 40 pictures, I'll do it and it'll get 4,000 to 5,000 likes, and I'm like, this sucks. That took 45 seconds. Like, damn it! Like, so annoying. But
it's exactly like how I felt when I had that one picture that blew up and it was just a cell phone shot, and I was so mad because it's like I would spend 4 hours setting up a scene, then another like 2 hours editing, and then get, you know, not as many likes on that, but just like this one blows up. It's just, you know, just from the cell phone.
It's brutal. It hurts. You're just like, no, like, dude, this, I want this to fail to show me that I'm right. But like, yeah, you do a lineup of, I swear, it's if you have 4 characters, dead center, cell phone shot on portrait mode, you will exceed 3,000 likes. And you're like, no, dude, that awesome, cool lighting cave picture is getting 150. Like, oh, dude, it hurts the heart. But yeah, it's how it goes.
I know exactly how that feels. For me, it's like I have to throw in a Spider-Man shot every couple months to be relevant.
You got
one a day for me. I'm like, let me be famous. Spider-Man.
Gotta keep the Spider-Man to stay on the algorithm. So Luco Lu says he will never get a camera because he's addicted to collecting Hot Toys, Mezco, Revoltech, SHF, Hasbro sneakers. You are addicted, man. You are just that's baller. I don't even know how you get all that stuff.
You could start collecting cameras.
Yeah, you said that's true. Start collecting cameras. NYC Figure Fanatic checking in. Cal saying he agrees with Machu and Agent about the lighting. Lance Sanders taught me a lot about lighting too. Ian, sorry, I was gonna say I've never heard about Ian Sanders. I'm gonna add that to.
He's really good. He's talented.
Yeah. Well, Man Beast Boy. So you know, I know Jake, you're just saying that you suck, but I got a couple of comments here saying that you're the bomb. So might want to rethink that. And Duart really is all about the universe creating, and all the stuff that he's working on is really cool. And actually, I'd love to see. You're a big fan of Mezco. He's making lots of cool things for Mezco. I think there's a little world that we can. And I'll just take my 10% and we'll move on.
That's fair.
Toy Amigo says the smallest effect pics always get mad likes on IG when stuff I put hours into might break 100.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah. And like, I don't know about you guys too, but like. It hurts when like I love Dragon Ball Z. I love anime stuff. So I'll get like the Luffy line, like all the One Piece stuff, and I'm watching that anime for the first time through, and I'm like so hyped on it, and I'll post it, and it's like 54 likes. I'm like, no, like it's not all about the likes, but at the same time, you're like, no one saw this. Like this went to like your friends, like your close homies.
Yeah,
you know what that is though, right? Because your algorithm is now curated for Marvel.
Is that why?
So a lot of your followers are there for Marvel.
Gotcha.
So like for me, like if I post anything other than like Spider-Man or Cap, it's like it's not gonna hit as well because a large percentage of my followers are always there just for Spider-Man or Cap, and I'm just like I don't want to just do those 2 toys, those 2 characters. I mean, I love them, but like I don't want to be that kind of like I don't want to just only do those 2 characters.
Yeah, like the amount of money I spent on other toys, I want to be an everything guy.
Right.
Like, I'm like boxed in now because like my name's Agent. First of all, people think my name is Gomez, which is always crazy. My name's Jake, but whatever. But I'm like Agent Gomez because it was like the first toy I fell in love with, and now it's like so deep in. I'm like shit. Like I barely even shoot Mezco these days just because they don't get any recognition or anything, and like I'm just Agent Gomez, and people are just like, oh, his name just must be that now. Like all my packages, like, thank you, Gomez. I'm like, yep, that's my fucking name.
Not only that, but your other socials, you go by Plays with Plastic.
Yeah,
right?
because it was taken. Like I got it right when Mezco, like before they were like Mezco, like all the Rumble Society stuff. So like it was available, and
Right.
now it's like I do plays with plastic on other accounts and stuff. But yeah,
Josh is surprised. He's very surprised, and Steve has renamed you Agent Tito Gomez. So there you go.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's me. It's my middle name.
Beast Boy, I thought that was me. So there you go. And just jumping back real quick, Cal says Ian has a show on YouTube called Fill the Frame. Very good stuff. And Rentu says, Loco, you may have a problem. So there you go. But Gomez, no, I'm kidding. Jake, you had said a little while back that you kind of like want to do both, right? Where you like you're showing off a figure and you're taking a picture of it as a toy, but then you're also like taking it to that next level. What do you actually find more enjoyment in doing? Like, I understand wanting to do both, so that kind of you're reaching different audiences, but
Yeah,
what do you actually enjoy more?
I love a diorama up, even though it doesn't get as much love or anything. I love to have a world created where my toys are living. Like in an ideal world, I have a room with like 4 different dios, 4 different, like if you know Marvelous JY, his basement is curated how I would love it. He has worlds living, interacting at all points in time, and like that just looks so fun. Like that's what I feel like is the most fun, because it's like, okay, you're in an alley setup, little kids, like I if my real Facebook picture is my sister was, side story really quick, my sister was babysitting this kid. She was a babysitter, and he was a cute little kid, and I was young, so it's kind of fucked up. But I was like, let me take a picture. So I stick a cigarette in his mouth, and like he's 2 years old, and he has like a little cigarette in his mouth. it's my Instagram with my actual name. And but I like to like we'll make like kids like underage, like Peter Parker drinking alcohol, being wasted in a trash can, or little like Tom Holland like smoking cigarettes, just because I find it funny, and I think it's just like weird and like just goofy, offbeat. But so I like to have like an actual world assembled, them doing real things. I have like little bags of accessories. I love all the little KFC balls. I have like 12 of them, just so I have all these chicken buckets and shit. Like I just like to make them look like real kind of people like myself.
Like it's lived in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So just real quick, Between Two Sentinels does not condone putting cigarettes in children's mouths, take pictures. Just want to put that out there for YouTube to just go off by that. But hey, everybody do your own thing. Totally fine. Just it's so cool. No, I'm kidding.
You're the one who screams that crackhead energy.
Hey, crack! That's supposed to be inspirational.
It made me feel like myself. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I agree with you though, man. Like, there's something cool about getting it, and I actually like. If the camera went this way, everyone would be appalled in how I'm currently living. But I got that dio from Lionheart, which is the basement dio that has the washer and dryer from Grime City, and it has been sitting there, and I just like I want to shoot it so badly, because it is just like it's a normal lived-in thing, right? Like I want to set up a couch and a TV and just make it look normal. So there is something cool about just like these, what do we call it? Like these everyday moments. And actually, Toy Mirth is really good at doing those too.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's really good at creating those like everyday moments with those figures. But yeah, I agree with you, man. There's something special about creating those moments where it's just like, oh yeah, this is just like some guy, right? This is just they're everyday people. You know, like he's Spider-Man washing his underwear or something, you know? Great.
Yeah. And then you see that like a Brickaway or a Lethal collector where they don't do dios, but it is just the storytelling on like Brickaway stuff is like, dude, I'll talk to him and he's like, yeah, that took 9.5 hours. I'm like, bro, I'm not on that level. Like I have a life, I have a wife. I can't do that. That's not in my cards at this point in my life. I'm 32. I have a job and shit. Like I don't like, there are ways, like people are so creative on here. It's like one of my favorite things, because like I'll be like, that's the style I love. Then I'll see someone else with way less doing just as much, and I'm like, this is great. Like it's really artistic expression at a certain point. Like it's crazy. It's like I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely like a thing to just, when you first start out, you'll find certain styles and you'll try to emulate it. But once time, as time passes, you'll start to develop your own style. So like whenever I see when I'm scrolling through or I see your reels, I know that's your style. Right.
That's funny. So, I don't even know my own style. It's funny that it's cool that you can see it, but I don't even know sometimes. I'm like, who am I copying today?
you're not the first person to say that. When we had Lost in Translation on, we were like, oh yeah, we could tell her style from a mile away. Like sometimes you don't even know it's your style, but
Right.
like we see it, right? Like you're so in it, you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
But we can see it, like we know that it's your style. So that is interesting that you can't see your own style, but we definitely do see it. Who you copying? You're not copying, you're borrowing, and you're being inspired by.
Yeah,
It's
it
not,
was cool. We all
that's
got the Mezco turtle one. That was like cool. That was
Yeah.
like sick. I
That
thought
was
they were
cool.
all really good too. I think people killed. That was like, I think people just did so good with. I think they're probably figures of the year. They're incredibly dope.
Mhm.
But I just think people knocked it out of the park. Like all these accounts posting these figs that I haven't even like seen before, like noticed really, just because a lot of things come up to my feed. But like so many incredible world building, posing for something that's like not the most articulated. Like, yeah, that was cool that we were like all in the same block of Mezco.
Yeah.
It's like a cool moment in time.
Yeah, and I know people are probably sick of hearing this, but I'm gonna bring it up again. I got mine signed by Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman. So
Hold on.
Wait, did you?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my
I
god,
printed
bro.
out this photo, and I went to a turtle convention before I went away last week, and they were both there for the first time in a long time. And I took my
Dude,
shot, and I got it signed, and that was
congrats. That's so cool. That's like a forever thing, bro, for your
yeah,
kids.
oh yeah. No, that's it,
Damn,
dude. Like
that's really cool.
That's people are like, "What's your grail?" It's like, well, that's it now. So
Yep,
there you go.
that's it.
And Loco Lou says Mezco TMNT are figures of the year. Pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. Do you have a figure of the year right now?
This year, a lot of good stuff came out quick. I feel like this year is like harder than last year already, where every toy I'm getting is like amazing. The Mezco turtles are like, for me, what like makes them special is turtles have been done by so many companies so many times, and like NECA is an overwhelming line for me to collect at this point. I know Jay Shot, you're like deep in that world, but like for someone new to it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna spend.
What are you
What am I talking about? Yeah. But it's like, dude, I'm gonna have to drop thousands of dollars to be at like the baseline, let alone the variations of it. But like the Mezco ones just came out so strong. Like I feel like that really put me back into the turtle toy collecting in a way that I didn't think I would get back into.
It's a very dangerous place to be in.
Yeah, they're up there for me. But this agent, like, it's gonna Rebel Tech 2 this year, man, is just like so on it. I'm looking around like I feel like this Rebel Tech Agent Venom is going to be on the list, and that new Berserk is really good. I have the SH1 Guts in full like beast mode. That's like a really cool figure. It feels a little cheap, I will say. If you have them, do you have them, Machu?
No, I don't.
Okay, it has a little bit of a hollow feel, which I don't love when toys feel like that. But the articulation, the aesthetic of it, the detail, it's extraordinary.
Yeah. I've seen it. It looks really cool. I'm just not into. I'm not into that. So, I've really tried to dial it in terms of like with figures of buying things that I'm into.
Yeah.
Rather than it's the new hotness. I need it. I don't like. That's it. It starts to pile up when it's like that.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
That's her. And you know what? Going back to what you were saying, Agent Gomez, about NECA being deep, you're absolutely right. Right. What even if you're gonna like choose to only get into the comic line or whatever, you are gonna go back, and that's kind of like we were talking about it. I can't remember what show we were talking about it on, but yes, the Mezco turtles are kind of like the best jumping in point right now if you're gonna like be a new turtle collector, because you've got them and you've got Casey Jones, right? And that's it. Like as far as we know, those are the only ones coming out. So it's a pretty good. And by the way, then there's other ones that will interact. I know that we saw the 5K toys or the Fury toys. Bebop, he looks like he'll fit in perfectly with those Mezcos.
Yeah.
So it looks really good there. We got a couple other questions coming in. Comments. Cal says Berserk is awesome. FOMO watch list. That we're both, yep. Toy Chase said it will be Unparalleled Universe odious as close tie to the Mezco Turtles.
Ooh.
I think you're a little biased, Toy Chase. I think you're a little biased, but Loco says I have Kevin Eastman and the voice actors from the OG. Oh, see, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Next for me is to try to go get the OG cartoon show signed. That's definitely next for me. Dom says usually if I spend more than 10 minutes on a shot, it turns out looking like crap. I feel that sometimes it's those ones that you just like you go with and post. So Machu watched the 3 Berserk movies. They are good. It's all right. Well, sorry, Machu. Cal gave you instructions. We gotta listen to the fans.
I just got these two. One sec. Let me grab them up. I got the this was actually surprisingly like pretty freaking dope. I thought I got the Savage Crucible.
Oh,
They were pretty good. They sent me over this guy to like check out, and then also the Frazetta girls sent me over the Dark Wolf. The engineering on the Dark Wolf, it's like from the pictures you don't really like. It looks kind of like a Mythic Legion, but like they did this weird shoulder thing where it like pegs into the upper shoulder. So like, let me see if I can like show it off just so you can kind of get a feel for it.
Let's give you a full screen too while we do this.
So like, oh here, one second, let me get on here. So like, the shoulder really like twists a lot. Like, let me pop. It's like it's a unique. Sorry, it's hard to. It like spins the whole way around on here. Like the upper shoulder doesn't have a shoulder cut, but they kind of make up for it in the upper shoulder. It like from the body, it pegs in.
Interesting.
Is it like? I guess it's more of like older SHF and certain Mofex figures. They have it goes into the shoulder and then you can rotate it. It's actually a more realistic way of how your shoulder works.
It is. It is. And the plastic quality is like I have a lot of Mythic Legions and the plastic quality is just so much smoother. Like with Mythic Legions, like the paint will chip a lot, like especially when you first get it, just it's all in the joints and stuff, and it'll just like fray all over. This is like soft, a little bit softer plastic. It doesn't feel as like stale, and then also it's super like lubed up and easy to move. So this was like a pleasant surprise, and then they killed it. Savage Crucible and I think Spiro Toys starting are the best Kickstarters I've ever done. Like Valiverse has gotten very good, but like this came out like very good to start where I'm like, damn, and like unique biceps and unique knee joints on them. They're a little weird at first. You're like, what? But I was really shocked. Like just the details on these figs are like really good. And like obviously a closable jaw is always fun, having the tongue out, good little accessories and all the booster kits for it. I was like, I want them to hopefully send me more of them without paying for it. Honestly,
those figures, I'm actually tempted. Like, I'm tempted if they were to send me some figures, I would totally make some reels for them. But no, but like, I do kind of wish I didn't miss out on the Kickstarter for that one.
Yeah,
are they?
I wish.
Are they? Sorry, good.
No. What?
I was just gonna say, are they going to be available anywhere else? I'm sure they'll probably be available at some kind of con, right? At the very least.
Yeah, and stores are going to carry them. I know they like are just shipping their Kickstarters right now, but I know like I'm sure like certain comic book shops have like pre-ordered a bunch of them, and I only have this one right now, but I do wish I would have gotten the upgrade kit because you can kind of like strip the arms off and put in bare arms. You can remove all the armor fairly easy, but they have like extra kits where you can make them like just a raw little lizard in the wild, which is really cool, or fully helmeted. So, and by the way, like with any of the toys I get, I'm usually like asking. I'm usually like, hey, like I screenshot my analytics or my reels, and I'm like, because people are like, oh, you're so lucky. I'm like, it's actually like that's a whole other part of this. It's work. Yeah. It's like, hey, I swear it'll be valuable. You'll at least get like 5 sales off of the one. I don't say it like that, but I put together a little portfolio and I work with these people, and then if it does well, I get to go back, and if it doesn't do well, I hide and I pretend that it didn't give me something for free.
Right. There you go. Yeah. No, it's work, and then that's part of it, right? And Trevor talks about that too, right? Where it's like, this is work. If you want to do this for full time, it's work. So Messi Photography had a question, and I flagged it here because I do want to get your thoughts. He says he's finally going to get his first Gomez figure. Messi, I love that. I love when that happens. Messi, I don't know if you're asking if you know which one you're going to get, or if you're asking which one you're going to get, or we should get. But I will ask this, Jake. What is, if you were to get only one Gomez figure, which one would you get?
Unpopular opinion, but I would say get the Holiday Gomez. It's the cheapest, and the pants are tailored, I think, in a way where you can get a lot of articulation. And you can easily put a different shirt on there, so it's not Christmas season the whole time. And I think it's super versatile because of that. And you get a little grub with it, which is always like kind of fun. I like all the Void stuff, but they start to get very specific. Like Casino Gomez, it's an all-white suit. It's going to get fucked up. Like Stealth Gomez is cool, but it's all black, and you don't want to remove those clothes. Like Street Gomez, the jeans, the belt is older, so they like tend to snap at the back buckle. But I feel like at Holiday is when they started to like just get better. And also the insert for the head sculpt became a softer plastic, and it had like a little cushion. Otherwise, it was like you cram that on there and it can pop. It like pulls off instead of pops off. So I would say it's the cheapest. You'll spend $100, get it loose with the hands, and buy a fucking alternative shirt for it, and it's like a great entry into Mezco.
I wouldn't say that's an unpopular
Yeah.
opinion. I think that's one of my favorite ones, actually.
Okay.
I think that was my first Gomez.
Oh,
and
okay.
This is how they should. This is. Well, I was surprised they weren't all like that. So definitely not an unpopular opinion. So, Toy Chase does say, "I love all my Mezco Gomez I have in my collection." It's a very Toy Mayor answer. He loves everybody equally. Omega Weapon 13 says Five Below has X-Men 97 poster if anyone needs it. We are not going to talk about X-Men 97 on this episode. Sorry guys. Nope. Okay. Too early, too fresh. Too fresh.
Okay.
Too fresh.
Okay.
But he did it, is all we're going to say. I'm sure there will be a special episode of previously on X-Men coming up. Toy Amigo said Savage Crucible can hold a sword pointed straight with two hands at a battle stance. That's pretty freaking impressive.
Yeah,
because not a lot of figures can do that. So that is really, really impressive. And as Jake just mentioned, Casino Gomez is all white, and you will mess that up. And Messi said he's getting 007 Gomez, so he's gonna mess it up.
Okay, good luck. Good luck.
Just wear gloves. Wear gloves, Messi. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. Wear gloves and don't take it outside. So
that is also a good one, though. I will say
it is.
He's a cool figure.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. So there you go. Definitely something to think on, and maybe I'll eventually have 2 Gomez figures in his collection. There you go. So there you go.
Once you have one,
it's all over. Yeah. Then you become Tito Gomez. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Loco Lou says, panel question: which character would you want made next, and by which toy company? This is always a hard one for me.
I was just thinking about one today, actually.
Who?
Oh yeah? All right, you start then. Good.
Apocalypse by Revoltech.
Ooh.
Because it would be easy to swap out parts, right? And he's going to be highly posable.
I love it. I would love
as long
that
as they
for
make
sure.
the size,
Big
make
enough.
it pretty big. Yeah.
I would, with that, I'm going to piggyback, and I would go Hulk by Revoltech if they do it well, and it's like there's not gappy. Because on that size, to get the articulation, my fear is the gap, but like they did Venom and Thor pretty well. I would love a Hulk that I could get a good like smash pose, and like arc the back and get like full wingspan on. That would be something I would play with all the time.
That's pretty good. I don't know how I can follow that up. I don't know. I don't think I have an answer on that one. So, you know what though? I know that we have our top agent figure. I would love a really good 007 figure. I would love like a really like licensed, well-made.
Which one?
And I would love all of them because I do love I love Connery and I love Bronson. But I also love Roger Moore. So I would love at least one of those 3.
Would you make it so that way you just had to swap their heads?
No, because they each have different body types. They each have different clothes.
I was going to say you can make it also where it's like a box set of like 3 or 4 body types, different styles, but you can swap the heads off of each one.
Okay, if you're going to do it that way, I would go with that.
I'd be cool with that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think honestly, I think Mezco's got to do it. So, I think Mezco's got to do it.
The Muck Toys Daniel Craig one looked pretty good.
It's great. Yeah. He's good. Yeah, he's.
Oh, you guys both have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's hang on. He's ready. He doesn't leave.
Muff Toys is pretty good. They did a really good Loki one too.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that looks great. Like he looks amazing in that chair too. It's like super natural looking. Great articulation.
I also took I have the black suit Batman from Mafex, the comic one, and that one. Wait, or is it the blue one? The blue suit, because that one comes with the Bruce Wayne head.
Yeah.
Piece. You take that out, you could put that on that body.
Oh, it fits. Like it
pops in. It looks like a legit Bruce Wayne from the comics.
Damn, that's cool. I love that. Yeah, that's cool.
Loco Lou says Street Gomez was his first Gomez, but his favorite will always be Lone Roach and Grub.
Great one.
Yeah,
I don't know if I know that one. I have to look that one up. Nice choice, Machu. Toy Chest says his figure would be Pulp Fiction by Mezco. I'm surprised.
That's
surprised there hasn't been. I freaking want an articulated Johnny 5. Oh, that could be fun.
I saw somebody on Instagram who was making articulated Johnny 5s. I have to look that
Really?
up again. Yeah.
Who's Johnny Five? I'm sorry, I don't even know.
Oh
Short
my
Circuit.
god.
Short Circuit.
Who?
You don't know? No Short
You
Circuit.
don't know the
movie?
movie Short Circuit?
No.
Oh, he's too young.
No.
Well, it's been great having you on, Jake. Omega Weapon 13 says he wants a giant Sentinel Revo. That's
hell yeah.
that sounds expensive, but sure, yeah.
I don't know if the joints would hold up.
Go Figure Go is here. Let's see. Mabby's Way says, I just want re-release Rebel Turtles, Mayfex,
Same.
Deadpool, Brown, Wolvie. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get a re-release of the Rebel Turtles. If not, maybe new ones. You know,
I would be so down for new ones. Sorry.
Yeah,
I do feel like Mayfex would re-release the Deadpool. I know that's one of the pricier ones, right? The comic Deadpool, and then the brown suit Wolverine is one of the best ones. I still swear by it. I will say though that Mayfex has been re-releasing a lot of their figures. But have you noticed they really haven't been releasing new ones?
Yep, absolutely.
That's the only trade-off you get with all these re-releases is that if you have all these Mayfex already, you're just waiting. You're like, oh come on. I mean, I know I got Bucky, but still, I'm like, where is that Cap that they were talking about? And then Daredevil, and it's just pushing them further back.
Yeah, I really would love for them to do. I know, like, I don't know where your guys' thought is on this, but the new Legends with like the diaphragm, ball peg neck, and like this, like for the Wolverine, like because like the new one coming out in the yellow suit,
the Astonishing X-Men one.
Yeah, if they do that with a brown suit, like a 97 line, I'm probably good. Like unless Mayfex does something that like increases, because like the way I like to play with toys, like full playability, I will scrape every Mayfex I have. Like I will. All the upper torso will scrape. The claws are fragile. It's very fragile, which I'm okay with. I'm careful, but like the Legends now, when they're coming in hot, like they're good. Like I would be so down for. I won't talk about the episode at all, but like they could do some more. They could do some more designs from that show that I think all of us would be like.
I do have a feeling that brown suit Wolverine is coming this year.
Yeah,
I think this year.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
I think somebody put it in our chat, Matt. Right? Like somebody said, if this isn't like, and by the way, I don't think that that's a spoiler because I think it was on the trailer for everything, right? Like they do don their I call it Pride of the X-Men costumes. But like they don those Pride of the X-Men costumes. I would say that is probably an SDCC exclusive or something along those lines, or an end of year thing.
I don't know about. Awesome. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to get my hopes up because that would be really cool. But all those figures have been released.
Yeah. So just get new tooling.
It's just like new tooling for pinless, maybe. But I think something was that Storm pinless. I think that I'm not sure if that.
Was, the 97 one is pinless. Yeah, I had her.
No, the one where she was in a 2-pack with.
The black
Warpath.
The black suit one. Yeah, with Warpath.
I don't think she's pinless. I don't think she's pinless.
Probably wasn't. So, all right. So jumping back in, Dom wants a Bruce Wayne head and like Casino Gomez for a Bond. Man, Beast Boy wants a Die Hard Bruce Willis.
I would like a Die Hard.
That would be cool.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Steve Morris says, if you don't know Short Circuit, do you know Short Circuit 2?
That one I do know.
That one you know, yeah.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
Jinx makes saying Zoidberg from Cosmic Legions. I would love Cosmic Legions to do a whole Futurama line.
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome, actually. Zoidberg. Why not Zoidberg? I want a Mezco to do a Deadpool Wolverine figure from the new film, just because they're my favorite X-Men characters. Dom wants a 007 line. I'll settle for a Hasbro. Settle for how Hasbro handled Indiana Jones. That could be interesting. Yeah, that could be good. Based on these episodes, I'm down for all 97 looks, Wolvie and Cable included. Yeah.
Can I just say, X-Men 97 is doing an incredible job of promoting Marvel Legends figures.
Oh
yes.
My God.
It's how it
Like,
should be.
with all the cameos too. It's like, oh man, I want that figure.
It's almost
Yep.
like we went back in time to how they used
Yeah.
to do it.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the designs in that show are just also, yeah, like you were saying, even for 1 second on screen, you're like, I could use him. Oh yeah, that one toy would make me complete. That would make my
Right.
life better. But yeah, no, it's. I also wish they did like I haven't read a ton of the comics, but I've listened to every Marvel thing on Comics Explained. But like the
Yeah.
Savage Avengers are so cool. Like I really wished I love the Mezco Conan, but it's very limited, especially like with the single jointed arms. Like it's like somewhat. I almost wish Marvel would start like a whole Savage Avenger lineup. Like I just think they would knock it out of the park with where they're at now, and I'd love a Conan from them.
I mean, I could see them doing that in the future, right?
Yeah.
They could totally do that because they have so many things to go to through the comics, right? What was I gonna say? There was another thing. I ordered the Marvel Girl when I saw the trailer drop for the episode. I was like, oh man, I gotta get that because that's the only one I didn't get from that wave.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, I need this because I have to complete the team. And now I wish I bought that Cyclops from that 2-pack with the Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. I know. Looks
but
so
I have
dope.
the Mezco one, so I guess that'll hold me off.
I don't know, you'll be okay. So
yeah.
We got 796 Studios is here. And Toy Migo says no pins in the Classic Storm. So there you go.
Oh,
so
okay.
that was a pinless.
Yeah.
And Loco Lou says I still want Mezco to give us the rest of the Hoods line.
Oh yes.
Yeah, me too.
And we've got that Bane of the Nightfall Batman getting the
yeah. Where the hell are those figures? Come on.
I'm hyped for those. It's been hyped for like a year and a half now.
Mezco Venom. And
I don't know how they would do Mezco Venom though.
Yeah, interesting.
Because I would not want them to do like a rubber suit thing with the metal skeleton.
Like the alien body. Yeah.
I don't believe in that rubber. Unfortunately, with Mezco, anything in that pleathery or rubbery, I know it won't last. Like I got the one Spider-Man, the 2099, and within 2 days it ripped, and I was like, okay, I tried, I'm done. Like I can't.
Yeah.
By the time Mafex gives us X-Men 97, it'll probably X-Men 99.
Yeah. Straight up.
Well, by the time they finish that, we'll have Batman Returns. So, yeah. And Migo saying they'll definitely re-release that Cyclops for sure.
Yeah.
So, Revoltech Bane.
That's a good one too. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Migos agrees. That would take forever, Mario. So
yeah, that would take forever. But I would say if they were going to announce those figures, can they please update those bucks? Because they just keep using like a base buck and just adding sculpt to it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right?
I don't love the Volcan buck. I don't love it. Like it's okay. I wish they just did like the Daredevil or Deadpool buck as their new everyone.
Oh no, I'm talking about Mafex.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, unacceptable at this point. I have like 100 of their bucks.
Yeah, like every Spider-Man is the same, just slightly tweaked. Just
Daredevil is going to be the exact same, just like slightly tweaked.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Hasbro does this. Hasbro does the same thing, but for the price that we're paying, why does this have so much more sculpt? Because it's a movie figure than a comic figure. Why does it? Why does this get a completely unreusable body?
Yeah, yeah. But that's also what like SHF does. Why I think they're so special, because SHF gives you, they don't build out the whole line, which is like kind of annoying, but like you get something fire for like 70 to $100. Like it's just completely unique most of the time, which I love. Like it's so fun.
That's her. So, what is a figure that you're waiting to come out for this year?
I know it's like not too far away, but I'm really hyped on that Legends cable, and I really want that Nightfall Batman and Bane. I've wanted them for a really long time. I've had them pre-ordered for like a year. I feel like I just think they look really good together. I love that Batman suit. That's like one of that suit like vividly, and I don't have. I just never jumped full on to McFarlane. I have a few of their figs. I have a few at this point, but I didn't even move.
Interesting. You're familiar with that Batman costume, but not Short Circuit.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. I'll check it out after this. But
if we didn't get hit for like a thing a couple weeks ago, I would be like, all right, I'm pulling up a Short Circuit trailer right now.
Yeah.
So, that Nightfall, and that is the same. That Bane was what? That Bane was the Build-A-Figure, or that was the deluxe figure that's a re-release, but he gave it a new.
Oh no,
paint.
that's we're talking about the Mafex Batman.
Oh, you're talking about the Mafex. My mistake.
Yeah.
So okay.
But that McFarlane Bane, I think it's reuse of the old Bane, but this one comes with fists and it's painted slightly different.
Mm.
Yeah,
because
never seen
Bane came with like hands like this.
Yeah,
right.
Thanks, Todd. It comes with fists. Thanks, Todd.
That Spawn looks cool though. That Spawn looks cool that they did the 2-pack with Todd and Spawn.
I was thinking about getting that, and I hope maybe I'll check it out tomorrow. I know I saw it at GameStop.
Oh,
and
Jay
Shot was helping me. Yeah.
Mm.
And I was like, do I really want to spend this much money for? And Jay Shot was like, I think it was like 50.
Oh no, I told you. Yeah, I told you to mod the F out of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd make it good. You specifically would make it fine.
I don't know if I want a Todd figure, but I heard that Spawn figure is pretty good.
It looks good.
Yeah.
You should try to take all the articulation out of the Todd McFarlane figure so that it just so it's just a hunk of plastic. But speaking of modding figures, Jake, when did you get into making modifications? And because there's always like that fear of doing that first kind of mod. Do you remember when you made that first mod and you were like, oh, okay, cool, like I can do this?
Yeah, I think the first thing I did was with GI Joe's was like the ankle, the neck articulation, just because they box it in so the neck peg has like zero movement. It's only like in the head sculpt, and so I would just kind of like dig it out. I started to feel comfortable, and then like Marvel Legends, the barbells, bending them back with heat, and then like torsos. I saw a lot of everyone's doing it. Machi's done it where they're like carving out the center, and like Jay Figs was always like, oh, I make my McFarlane's good, and I was like, okay. So I started doing it like on a McFarlane, which is like, I don't have many. If it breaks, it breaks. But even to this day, I broke my, I got the SHF 2099 day one. And I was like, oh, like I can mod this, like no problem. So confident. I cracked that thing open. Didn't even think about flipping the barbell. And I cut the center of it out, and like, it wouldn't stay on anymore. It like separated. And like, luckily, Hobby Link Japan, because like I have one of their like affiliate links, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, it had a defect, I need a new one. And they were like, all right, we'll send it out. So they like replaced it, but I still break toys.
You cut out the disc? Or
I basically was like, oh, the reason it doesn't move is because the lip is too high that like holds in the ball. So I like started shaving down the lip, so it doesn't even like hold it in place. And like it was devastating because it was like $120 toy that like within an hour of opening it up, I broke it, and it hurt. And then I saw everyone's like, just flip it upside down. I was like, I'm done. I'm an idiot. Like, I'm fucking done. But
for me, I cut off that circular disc.
Yeah.
And then when I heard everybody was like, oh, just flip it, I'm like, I guess you get a little bit of range if you just cut off the disc, because then you still block off that other side when you flip it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you cut it off, because then I had two of them of the 2099, because then I couldn't wait. So I got another one. And then I had another one coming in because I was like, it's too dope. And then with the other one I cut the entire disc off of it as well. And that works better. I thought it was great.
So what did you do with the old one that you broke?
I sold one of them to a buddy locally. He was like, oh, I want that toy. And I was just like, yeah, $80.
See,
take it.
If I had two of them, I would cut off the
fins.
The fins, because he doesn't always have them like that long. They should have made it removable or interchangeable.
Some people they were falling out. Oh, you have it. You have the knockoff.
I have the knockoff. He's back up on AliExpress if you want.
I'm still waiting for mine.
Oh, you still haven't gotten yours? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I just flipped the peg on this one because I was like, that's a mod I can do. Yeah. So
yeah. I feel like the one like the easy mods are like cutting the diaphragm is always like fairly easy with an X-Acto knife. Like I've slit my fingers so many times though, like brutally, like almost hospital. Like I cut through the back of my nail one time, like horribly. But generally speaking, it's easy-ish. And then also like matting the faces, I think that adds so much. Like if you just
Yeah.
matte coat the face of like a GI Joe, it looks like cheap glossy plastic to like, oh, maybe it's an import or something,
Yeah.
3D printer. But I think those are like everyone should try that on a crappy toy and then get better.
Yeah, I think even the Star Wars, right? Was the what we originally started?
Yeah. Star Wars, because they're a little too glossy,
too shiny. So
yeah.
I hate Star Wars toys,
Which
man.
which
hurt.
matte spray do you use?
I always have used Tester's Dull Coat.
Okay.
I really like that, but then I got a Mr. Super Clean matte.
Okay.
Mr. Super Clean, and it's like a Japanese one. It looks like, but
Mr.
that's
Hobby.
good too.
Is that Mr.
Yeah,
Hobby?
yeah. But I think Tester's is better, man. It just sits better for some reason. I think personally.
Right.
But yeah, and I just get sketched because I made a mistake. I got the big Venom, the Marvel Legends, like the big one that was a Build-A-Figure. They released it as a toy. And I was like, I want them all to be matte. So I matte the whole toy down. And within like a day of handling it, bro, like it just has these like glossy areas because I've like touched it and rubbed the matte off. So like just faces for now. I feel like that's like safe.
all right. Something to think about. So just jumping back real quick, Henrock got that Todd figure for $40, and Steve says no articulation is the arthritis version of the Todd figure. So Dom wants a Mafex Colossus, and that would be awesome. And a powered down version.
Honestly, I would want a Yamaguchi Colossus.
A Yamaguchi Colossus, that could be good
100%.
Toy Chase says any Mafex X-Men, and Man Beast Boy says he thinks that someone leaked that there was plan for all kinds of X-Men. He said Iceman eventually coming, but he wants it now. So the Todd feet still freak me out. I'm not going to lie. And part of him just wants to get that 2-pack just to mess with Dante. So that I get too. So
speaking of feet and Venom, I recently just got this in from Slow Ship Customs. Yeah, okay. It's because you know how the 2-pack Venom came with the toe feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he has these printed out where it doesn't have the toes, but it does have toe articulation.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
What is?
I swapped Venom. Sorry.
No, good.
No, I swapped mine the day I got mine with just the shoe one, and it doesn't have the articulation. And like at this point, this toe articulation just adds so much natural posing to it. Like that looks great.
Yeah, I was going to ask if there's toe articulation on the new Marvel Legends that just got released.
I think there is, maybe, because they said it was more of like a renew your vows.
Yeah, it did say renew your vows book. Yeah, but beefy, right? Did they say
it's beefy?
Yeah, beefy.
I'm so hyped for that. I want Thor on that body. I want them to do a Thor on like a body like that with butterflies, the diaphragm, or something similar. Like all the Thors from Marvel Legends, that's why I think I love Rebel Tech so much, are just so bad. Thor's my favorite Avenger, and like they have not done him justice, in my opinion.
Oh. Really feeding off of that Viking Norse god style that you have. Okay, all right, cool.
Exactly.
So, all right, we're coming into our time here. Anything else? Anything you wanted to talk about that we didn't get to, Matt? Anything that we should have asked him when we had him, or what are we thinking here? And obviously, I know Jake. I'm sure you ran home from work, and as mentioned, you had a wife, and you got to eat something. I'm sure, and
food is good.
Food is good.
Yeah. There's always more room to come back too.
Hell yeah, man! Always welcome to come back, and we'll see you, I'm sure, in a couple weeks for STPC. But for now, man, what's next for you? Are you going to be on another show? Are you going to plug anything? Are you going to be
Jurassic Jesse? I'm on his show on the 20th of May.
Cool.
So nice. I'll be on there, and Comic-Con. I'll be over there too. So I'm excited. Yeah, but thanks guys for having me on. I've always wanted to be on your show, so thank you very much. I hope people watch it. Yeah.
People were definitely watching, dude. We got the crowd in on this, so it's always my favorite part when we get them going. Machu, you gonna be anywhere?
I don't know anymore. Me. I've been actually like even though like toys have been coming in, I haven't been taking any photos, but I have been working on my 2K24 roster of toy tubers. So I'll probably go back on that.
We got a few more coming in, and then we're gonna do the wrestle. The Royal Rumble is coming soon. Don't forget. So
also, gotta say, gotta check out Pancheezy's show with the wrestling. It's I think he has his on Friday nights, but definitely what inspired me to get off my ass and start making people. It's really entertaining. Everybody should definitely check that out.
You'll have to add Jake now to the mix too.
Oh no, I'm gonna
he's
add
in
him
there already.
Yeah.
Fantastic. There you go.
It was so funny when you showed me that. I was like, "This is crazy." I missed the whole memo on it. I was like, "This is wild." It's so cool though.
All right. Well, again, just a huge shout out again to everybody who shared our stories and continues to help share the show. And and Jake, huge thank you, man, for coming on the show, and appreciate you being here. And oh sure. Thanks, Bearded. We're signing off now, Bearded. Appreciate
come
you, bud.
on, Bearded.
Appreciate you.
Although Bearded, we love you. We love you.
Love you, Bearded. You know that, Bearded. You know that. So, but Jake, yeah, man, appreciate you coming on, and like I said, you're more than welcome to come back anytime you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, it's great chatting with you. Yeah, go ahead, Master. Go.
I just remembered. May 19th is Chubsy's birthday.
Yes. May 19th, Chubsy's birthday. We're gonna head out there for a little bit. We'll see him. Hopefully, by the time we get there, he won't be too intoxicated. But doesn't matter what time you get there. It's his birthday. He's allowed to be intoxicated, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's my birthday. I cry if I want to. He's like, it's my birthday. I drink if I want to, and he will. So, Chubsy Wubsy, obviously, huge supporter of the community. So any chance you get to go out and wish him a happy birthday and do something special for him, we take advantage of that. He will be in San Diego, so get ready for a lot of Chubsy Wubsy hugs.
It's gonna be crazy.
They're coming. So, but anyway, yeah, thank you again to everybody who shared the show. Thank you again for everybody, whether you're watching live or you're watching a part of the replay group. We appreciate the hell out of you. So go out there, go make some content, and be proud of yourselves. And we'll catch you on the next one. So until then, Machi Toy, play that outro, buddy.
Unite my toy collection.
That's
not us.